Welcome to my channel Chemistry Not Mystery. You can also visit my website chemistrynotmystery.com. Today's topic is Lewis theory of chemical bonding. So watch this video till the end to learn what is a bond and why do elements form bonds, and what are the different theories of chemical bond. What is Kozel-Lewis theory? What is Lewis-Langmuir theory? And what is an octet rule? And how to draw a Lewis dot structure? And how to calculate formal charges, and what are the exceptions of octet rule, and what are the limitations of Lewis theory. So, what do you understand by a bond? It is an attractive force that binds different constituents together in a molecule. But why do elements form bonds? They form bonds to gain stability or to attain noble gas configuration. There are a number of theories to explain the nature and formation of chemical bonds, and these are Kozel-Lewis theory, valence shell electron pair repulsion theory VSEPR, valence bond theory VBT, hybridization theory, and molecular orbital theory MOT. In this video, I am going to explain the Kozel and Lewis theory. Lewis pictured atom as a positively charged kernel that includes nucleus and inner shell electrons, that is surrounded by outer shell electrons. Outer shell can accommodate maximum 8 electrons. Lewis also pictured these electrons occupy the 8 corners of the cube which surrounds the kernel. This octet represents the stable state configuration, and on the basis of that, he formulated octet rule. This rule states that during the formation of chemical bond, atom either loses, gains, or shares electrons so that its outermost orbit contains 8 electrons. But octet rule is not valid for hydrogen and lithium atoms. These atoms tend to have only 2 electrons in their valence shell, similar to that of helium, which is called a duplet. Lewis developed a way to represent the element with its valence electron. It is known as Lewis symbol. In Lewis symbol, dot represents the number of valence electrons and they are placed around the symbol of that element. Let's try to draw the Lewis symbol for some elements. The configuration of lithium is 1s2, 2s1, which means it has only 1 electron in its outermost orbit, that is valence shell. So here we draw one dot with the symbol of lithium. Now try to draw the Lewis symbol for beryllium. Its configuration is 1s2, 2s2, which means it has 2 electrons in its valence shell. So here we draw 2 dots with the symbol of beryllium. Similarly, you can draw the Lewis symbol for the other elements. If you observe it carefully, you will find that the valency is either equal to the number of dots in Lewis symbol or 8 minus the number of dots. For example, valency of carbon is 4, that is equal to the number of dots in it. The valency of nitrogen is 3, that you can find by subtracting the number of dots from 8. That means if there are more than 4 dots, then you have to subtract the number of dots from 8 to get the valency. Langmuir did some improvement to this theory and proposed a new version of it by the name of Lewis-Langmuir theory. Langmuir abandoned the cubical picture of atom that is proposed by Lewis. He introduced the term chemical bond. He called the Lewis shared pair of electron as a chemical bond. A shared pair of electron is represented as a dash, and it is responsible for holding 2 atoms together. Let's see how did Lewis explain the formation of Cl2 molecule. The electronic configuration of chlorine is neon 3s2 3p5. It is just 1 electron short of organ configuration. In order to achieve that configuration, it can share 1 electron with the other chlorine atom. In this way, each chlorine atom contributes 1 electron to the shared pair. This shared pair of electrons belongs to both the chlorine atoms. In this process, both the chlorine atoms attain the nearest noble gas organ's configuration, or you can say 8 electrons in the valence shell, and it is represented by a dash. That means here a single covalent bond holding the two Cl atoms together. Let's see the characteristics of Langmuir covalent bond. Each bond is formed as a result of sharing of electron pairs between the two atoms. When a bond is formed, each combining atom contributes one electron to the shared pair. The combining atoms attain the outer shell noble gas configuration as a result of sharing of electrons. But what happens if there are more than one pair of electrons is being shared between the atoms? In that case, there will be multiple bonds formed between the atoms. Let's see how. As we discussed the formation of Cl2 molecule, there is one pair of electron is shared between the atoms. That means a single bond is formed between the two Cl atoms. In case of O2 molecule, there are two pair of electrons shared between the atoms. That means a double bond is formed between the two oxygen atoms. And in case of nitrogen molecule, there are three pair of electrons shared between the atoms. That means triple bond is formed between the two nitrogen atoms. I hope now you can draw the Lewis dot structure for diatomic molecules. But for polyatomic molecules, it might be difficult. So follow these steps to write the Lewis dot structure. First, you have to add the total number of valence electrons of combining atom in the molecule. In anions, add 1 electron for each negative charge. And for cation, remove or subtract 1 electron from the total valence electron for each positive charge. In polyatomic atoms or ions, the least electronegative element is the central atom. Now write the skeletal structure of the molecule to show the atoms and number of valence electrons forming the single bond between the atoms. Now add the remaining electron pairs to complete the octet of each atom. But even if octet isn't complete, then make multiple bonds between the atoms so that the octet of each atom is complete. Now try to draw the Lewis dot structure of nitrite ion NO2-. Here nitrogen is the least electronegative element. So place it at the center and place oxygen on either side. Now add the total number of valence electrons of nitrogen and 2 oxygen atoms. First write the electronic configuration of each element. For nitrogen it is 1s2, 2s2, 2p3. And for oxygen it is 1s2, 2s2, 2p4. Outermost shell is called the valence shell. For both nitrogen and oxygen, second shell is the outermost shell. In nitrogen, there are 5 valence electrons, and in oxygen, there are 6 valence electrons, and there are 2 oxygen atoms. So, the total valence electrons will be 5 plus 6 multiplied by 2 is equal to 17. Here, you have to add 1 electron for negative charge on NO2- ion. So, you will get 17 plus 1 equal to 18 total valence electrons. Now draw the skeletal structure by joining them by a single bond. Now add remaining electrons, that is 18 minus 4 equal to 14 to complete the octet of each atom. But the octet of nitrogen is not completed yet. So you can make multiple bonds between oxygen and nitrogen. Now each atom has achieved octet. So here we have drawn the Lewis dot structure for NO2- ion. That's why here the negative charge is written over the bracket. But actually, which atom carries that negative charge? To get the answer of it, you need to calculate the formal charges. Formal charge is the charge assigned to an atom in a molecule, assuming that electrons in all the chemical bonds are shared equally between the atoms, regardless of relative electronegativity. It can be calculated by the following formula. Formal charge on an atom is equal to total number of valence electrons in free atom minus total number of non-bonding electrons or lone pair of electrons minus half of the bonding electrons. Let's calculate the formal charge for nitrogen in NO2- ion. Here the total number of valence electrons in nitrogen is 5 and there are 2 non-bonding electrons and 6 bonding electrons. So when you place these values in the formula, you will get 5 minus 2 minus 1 by 2 multiplied by 6. On calculating, you will get formal charge is equal to 0. That means it does not carry any charge. Now calculate the formal charge on the oxygen placed left to the nitrogen. Here the total number of valence electrons of oxygen is 6 and there are 4 non-bonding electrons and 4 bonding electrons. So you will get 6 minus 4 minus 1 by 2 multiplied by 4. And on calculating, you will get formal charge is equal to 0. That means it also does not carry any charge. Now calculate the formal charge on the oxygen placed right to the nitrogen. The total valence electron of oxygen is 6 and there are 6 non-bonding electrons and 2 bonding electrons. So you will get the equation 6 minus 1 by 2 multiplied by 2. And on calculating, you will get formal charge is equal to minus 1. That means this oxygen carries the negative charge in the NO2- ion. This octet rule seems quite good, but there are some molecules that do not obey the octet rule. For example, odd electron molecules like nitric oxide NO and nitrogen dioxide NO2. In both of them, the octet of nitrogen is incomplete. Here are some more molecules having incomplete octet like BH3, BCl3, LiCl and VEH2. In all of them, the central atom hasn't achieved octet. In BH3, boron has only 6 electrons. In BCl3, boron has only 6 electrons. And LiCl, lithium has only 2 electrons. And in BeH2, beryllium has only 4 electrons. There are some molecules having expanded octet also, like PCl3, SF6, H2SO4. In PCl5, phosphorus has 10 electrons. In SF6, sulfur has 12 electrons. In H2SO4 also, sulfur has 12 electrons. With so many exceptions, Lewis theory has some limitations too. There are exceptions to octet rule. The observed shape and geometry of the molecule cannot be explained by the octet rule. Octet rule fails to explain the difference in energies of molecules, though all the covalent bonds are formed in an identical manner, that is by the sharing of electrons. This rule fails to explain the difference in reactivities of different molecules. So I hope now you understand what is the octet rule and how to draw Lewis dot structure of any molecule and how to calculate the formal charges. But even if you have any doubt, you can post in the comment box. And don't forget to like and share this video. And to get more such videos, please subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon to get a notification. You can also join my Telegram channel. Thanks for watching. Keep learning. Stay safe.